It's Monaco, baby.
Woo!
Way, woman who be thinking we soft, we don't play. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hold up. Hey, woman who be thinking we soft, we don't play. We gon' rock it till the wheels fall off.
Hello, and welcome back to I Genuinely 26. 26. Guys, we apologize for the last 2 weeks being off. 2 weeks? 1 week? 1 week?
It was only last week we didn't.
Oh, but we missed the week before the last episode as well.
Yes.
Okay. We apologize for being off last week. We've had a bit of a hectic schedule between the three of us. Actually, between the two of you, I was fine. But a solo podcast would have been really boring. But yes, Beth was moving back home after finishing university for first year. And Brooke was moving into Disney.
I'm in my apartment and I've been here for a week.
So excited. So we all congratulate Brooke on her new job achievement. But this week, guys, we were racing in Monaco. And controversial opinion already. I'm throwing it out there fast. I saw a lot of people saying that like Monaco was an absolute snooze fest. I think, was it entertaining as other races? Absolutely not. Was it less of a snooze fest than other years? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was. I dropped my stress ball. I didn't. It wasn't particularly amazing. Like there was nothing that I was like, whoa. But first things first, did not know if Charles was going to catch Lando or not. I was stressed. Monaco, very rarely are you stressed. Whoever's on pole wins. You're always kind of like, okay, race is done. The end. Lap one's over. Nobody died. Off we go. Like, that's sort of how it feels. But Charles had my heart going pitter patter. Charles had me nervous. Max holding everybody up at the time of his life. And shout out to Liam freaking Lawson for just holding up half the grid for Isaac.
King.
Like, I've seen so many people washing over this, being like, why was everyone like a lap behind? And I'm like, Liam.
Liam got his first points.
Yes, he did.
Well done, King.
Well done, King.
Didn't Alex also cause a little bit of a DRS train?
Oh my God, Alex was actually mad. George literally cheating on purpose because Alex was so slow. He was like, give me the penalty. I don't care. And then his interview after being like, I wanted to have fun. I wanted to floor it around Monaco. I was like,
bro, actually, I need to turn my light on. But genuinely, George Russell's crash out after Monaco was so valid.
Oh my God, it's so. We should fly planes over the track and drop some water, or we have a button and everyone can start sprinklers. Or instead of 2 pit stops, let's just have 15. Okay, George.
George Russell had a next level crash out in this.
Do you know what though? Someone started on Twitter a compilation. It's not a compilation. It's like a grid of all the like driver crash outs of the season. There's like Max's one from whichever race it was when Max is like pointing at his head and he looks like he's like hi. There's Lando in Miami, George. Who else is on there? But it's like a row of all these drivers.
Alex has had some good crash outs.
Alex has had some very good crash outs. But I'll tell you what, going into Monaco, I was a little bit nervy. Mainly because Lando was on pole and I didn't want. Listen, man has a track record with turn one, okay? I'm just gonna put it out there. Man has a track record. Sometimes the haters have a point. Man has a track record with turn one, okay? But I was stressed for that. Then decided to zen myself out because for those who don't know, this Sunday for sport watchers it was a very busy Sunday. I felt like I was sat in front of the TV all day because started off with F2.
Oh my God.
Then we had like what? Was it an 8-car pilot or 7?
What, an F2?
Bro, F2 was half the grid.
I was like 10.
It was like
either way, I think it was Alex Dunn that caused
Alex Dunn, our papaya sacrifice. You know, we have to make one every week. And he just had to be it this week.
Just went, wee, and then
just didn't
went,
turn.
bang, 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 bang.
Have you seen the video of Victor Martins after?
Oh my
No.
gosh, he was crashing
No,
out.
right, okay. He was crashing out. He was crashing out because obviously he was the one who Alex went into, who started
Yes.
the pile up. And I think he was talking to Pepe, and he was like, "Who does he think he is? Max Verstappen?"
Can we add him to the crash out list?
We'll
Yes.
get a picture of that crash out added. Oh my god, it was so funny. In this like proper French accent.
Oh, we love a good crash out. Not a crash, just a crash out.
Crash
But
out,
yes,
yeah.
we had like half the grid wiped out turn one, lap one of Monaco and F2. Then thought, Porsche race was on. There was also a crash turn one, lap one. And I was at this point, I was like, Lando and Charles, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't you dare. Then I went over because the British Grand Prix was on for the MotoGP. So I watched that with my dad. And bro, crash is happening left, right, and center with that one. And I was just like, God, like, I kid you not, there was already a double waved yellow and a red flag by lap 3. I was like, guys, can we stop?
And then in IndyCar, Indy 500 was yesterday.
A joke.
There was, I think, 9 or 10 DNFs, and literally the last corner, Nolan Siegel, Papaya.
Yes. Was it Robert who took out his pit crew?
Yes, Robert took out, and he went to the hospital, I'm pretty sure. He like ran over his foot.
I saw someone on TikTok who was like, this is my first Indy 500. Is it normally this chaotic, Brooke? I think you actually commented on it.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was why I came up on my For You page. But she was like, fires on cars, running over pit crews.
Yeah, who sat on fire? Who was it who was on fire in the pit lane?
His car was on fire.
Because he got out and like launched his glove.
And the fueler's hands caught fire.
Madness.
But I kid you not, I had so much to do on Sunday in terms of watching a motorsport, and then also through the Liverpool match in there. I was watching the Liverpool match as well. So I went from F2, Porsche race, MotoGP, F1, Liverpool, IndyCar. Never ending. Never ending. Felt like I was in front of the TV the whole day. But thankfully, Monaco did not go drastically wrong in the F1. We did have a little bit of a lock-up from Lando in turn 1, which, in the words of very sarcastic Oscar Piastri in the cool-down room, by the way, like next level sass from him in the cool-down room, where he actually just described it as, no! That was his description. Mate, I thought you went into the wall hard in turn 1. I was just like, no!
I love how you said that in just like an English accent.
Yeah, listen, we've all learned Lucy can't do an Australian accent. We've seen this in previous episodes.
We have.
I can't do an Australian accent. It doesn't happen. It's like, I can do so many accents, but Australian's not one of them. Beth's our designated Australian.
Yeah.
Go on, Beth. Show us the accent.
No. I don't want to.
That's great at an Australian accent.
She is.
So you've just offended every Aussie.
Listen, I'm trying.
There's one, I can't remember what race reaction it is where I do just accidentally, I was talking about Oscar and I just slipped into this Australian accent. I was like, no, I can't post this. Just do the whole like a minute clip of this reaction is just in an Australian accent the whole time.
But you're about Australian accent though.
It just happens sometimes, you know.
Sometimes I slip into American randomly. Me and my friend all the time talk in a Southern American accent to the point where we don't even realize we're doing it until my mum turns around and is like, Lucy, can you stop talking in that stupid accent, please? And I'm like, I didn't even realize I was doing it. It just happens.
You, in a past life, you were a Southern American woman.
I really think I was, because see, like, not like one of these, like, insane Southern American women, but, like, see these ones, I don't even know what they're called. Oh my god, what are they called? Like, azalea trail maids or something. I don't even know what they're called. With the
Oh,
big like skirt and hat.
Yep.
I wish. I love those. I love them. I see those videos. I'm like, icons, queens.
They are beautiful.
They're so cool. I think it's I love that stuff. But anyway, moving on. I also really want to celebrate the 4th of July. Brooke, I'm gonna fly over for no reason.
Do it, yeah.
Not this year because I'll be in Silverstone.
Yeah.
But next year.
I'm the 4th of July party at Silverstone.
Yes.
Oh my god, we gotta wear red, white, and blue, and we're gonna cook.
Speaking of red, white, and blue, you can see it poking through in my mirror. The John flag is up in my room, and it feels like he's constantly judging me from the angle that he's at.
Max is in my wardrobe. That's the most creepy thing
like that.
I feel like he's glaring at me constantly.
That's what I need to do. I need a flag.
It happened to me the other day. I was meant to go to the gym, and then I took a nap instead, and I woke up, and the first thing was John side-eyeing me. I was like, it's like a real jump scare.
Mine are in a bag. In a quadrant
bag.
Slay.
Yeah. It's because I can't put them up because I normally blue tack him up, but the layout of the wall is not big enough for it to be blue tacked.
John is sellotaped.
That's John.
Let's see Max. Max is the best one.
In the words of Max Futrell, it's mint.
I don't know if we've mentioned it in the podcast. Max Futrell does know that this flag exists.
He thinks it's mint. It's fine.
He said it was mint. He did. He did say it was mint.
I was so scared though because that day, right, when I posted it on Twitter, I was like, I'll tag him like just as a joke. Max, like, very rarely is on Twitter replying to people. Like, he normally just posts, I'm live. That's all he ever posts. I thought I'll tag him, just for the lols. I'm at work, handing in my forms to like start, and then my phone is like buzz, buzz, buzz. And bro, I look down, everyone's like, Beth, Max is replying to you. And I was like, oh no, what have I done?
What have I done?
I was like, what have I done?
But Max is live right now and we're missing him, which is really sad.
Max thought it was fake. So
Max did not want to believe it's real, and I really hope that there's a quadrant meetup at Silverstone. And I really hope we can get Max to pose with the flag.
Mm-hmm.
If Max wants the flag, he can take it.
Bro, I feel like Lando will take it before Max gets to see it. If we get to see Lando at Inner Track and he sees that flag,
yeah, it's being taken.
I like it. That's going in the depths with the George Russell blanket.
It's fine because Connor already asked where he can get one.
Bro, we'll give it to Connor. We have to find Connor.
I've told him, I've said, if you're at Silverstone, you can have it.
You can have it. Iconic. Anyway, back on track to Monaco. I'm trying to think of stuff that happened. I mean, we had the George Russell penalty, which genuinely, I think he thought he was going to get a 5 second, not a drive-through. I think the FIA made an example of him with that one.
Yeah.
But I don't think he cared to be. He knew his race was over. He knew he wasn't finishing any higher than he already was.
Well, that's what he said. He was like, I was already out of the points, so...
Might as well have fun with it, realistically.
Especially because Mercedes forgot that there was a 2-stop rule until lap 60. We're all sitting at home being like, Mercedes, what is your strategy here? Because I'm confused.
Yeah, I was.
Turns out they were confused.
They just didn't know what to do.
Did you see the Romeo and Juliet recreation of Toto and James?
I did. Them screaming at each other from the balconies.
Oh, it's fine because Toto did say that James texted him during the race to say sorry.
Oh,
that's really sweet. Speaking of saying sorry, we also had Alex Albon take George Russell out to dinner and pay the bill. So love that from them.
So Alex's comment on George's post, I'll take you to a drive-through. Bro's got jokes. But you know what's really funny? I was playing Gartic Phone last night, and one of my prompts, before I saw Alex's comment, the prompt was, where is it? I wrote, Alex took George for dinner at a drive-through. And then
No way.
like genuinely,
Oh
oh,
my
you
god.
can't
Well,
see. It says
that's
Alex took doors for dinner at a drive-through,
that is weirdly coincidental.
and then someone said, like the people I was playing with said the comment. I was like, no, in no way.
Yeah, we also had some little sad moments. I would like to know what was going on with Lewis Hamilton, because his radio at the end really made me quite upset.
Are you mad at me or something?
That was 10 out of 10.
Bro,
What I
Bro's
overthink.
getting a new race engineer soon. They can't keep him and Ricky together.
No.
They can't.
No.
Because someone was like, oh, maybe it's a language barrier or something. But Bro was fine talking English to Carlos last year.
Yeah.
Like, because I saw that and I was like, yeah, but if he wasn't talking so good English to Carlos last year, then I would have been like, maybe. But him and Carlos were fine last year.
They're just not like connecting. Like there's like something is wrong between the two of them that's just not working.
He's
Yeah,
no
but I guess it goes from the fact that he's been with Bono as well for however many years.
Yeah.
And Mercedes run in one way and Ferrari don't run very well. So
it actually did. It hurt my heart a little bit. Like, it's probably a really bold statement of me to say. I don't dislike him in any way, shape, or form, but I'm in no way a Lewis Hamilton fan. Like,
yeah.
I the only time I was ever rooting for him to win was Silverstone last year, and at the same time, I was mainly rooting for Lando to win. But I wasn't mad whenever Lewis won Silverstone last year. But I'm not like, let's go Lewis. But no, that made me really upset. I was kind of like, oh, that hurted my heart. That hurted my heart just a little bit.
My heart. No, it was quite sad. It's just like the silence after slumber.
Do you know what else I've seen? Was people saying that the podium seemed really awkward. I did not get this vibe.
Yeah, I didn't. Charles just looked a bit depressed at the start.
Yeah, but that's fair. But he was also like cracking jokes in the cool down room. So
he was like laughing with Lando on the podium. He blinded Lando on the podium.
Bro chose violence on that podium.
Bro, he did.
Lando went to champion spike. Oscar said nope. And then the second Oscar moved on to Zach, Charles was just like in his eyeballs. I was like, whoa, guys, let's not choose violence here. Let's choose love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Love.
We just had it was a great weekend all around for Lando. I mean, we had the fastest lap record.
70 seconds.
So good. So good.
That's hot. That's hot, bro. I don't care about Lando, but that is hot.
That's gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
So that got him pole, and then managed to do a very awkward situation where Max Verstappen, although he claims he was not, very obviously holding up Lando so that Charles could get him behind. And managing to like control that situation with knowing when to back off and knowing when to speed up again. Like, go him.
Yeah.
Go him.
And it was like, as soon as Max left into the pits, he like pulled like 3 seconds on Charles.
Oh yeah,
on one lap.
He was
like,
oh, but no, Beth, that's not the driver. That's just the car.
Sorry, that's the illegal rocket ship that apparently won't be a rocket. It won't be a rocket ship, you know, with the new rules in this weekend. It won't be a rocket ship. McLaren are going to fail so hard. And
no, but Beth, it's only a rocket ship when Lando's driving it. When Oscar's driving it, it's Alan.
Oh, I forgot that.
Yeah. But it's talent when Oscar does it.
Sorry. Love Oscar. I have like my little Oscar man. I love Oscar. But some of the stuff the fans are coming up with online. I know we talk about Lando fans being insane.
Yeah.
But oh my god, some of the stuff I've seen. Bro, people are like, what did I see? Someone was like, I can't wait for an Oscar win after the experience we've had the past 2 races. I was like, sorry, what experience have we had the past 2 races?
I'm just
but the best one yesterday, McLaren should have prioritized Oscar.
Yeah.
Because he's leading the championship.
Saw that one too. Saw that one too.
One, we're in Monaco. Ain't no way Oscar was getting past. Two, Lando qualified higher. So it's always the car that qualifies higher gets priority. And three, what are we, 8 races into the season? Mate, there's 3 points between them.
Yeah.
But the championship is over. Championship is over. Oscar's already
It's
won.
over. It's Oscars. Everyone may as well just go home now. It's Oscars.
No,
Because like
Lando's gonna lock in now.
3 points, that's not obtainable in the slightest.
No, it's impossible.
You're
honestly.
never gonna get points.
He literally only has to finish like above Oscar, I think, this week to either be drawing with him or beating him. If he wins an Oscar's second, or if he wins an Oscar's anywhere else, he leads. If he's second, Oscar's third, they're drawing, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
No, if he's second, Oscar's third, yeah, they're drawing. Yeah.
No, he'll
yeah,
win.
18 and 15.
Yes.
But it's over. Championship is done. Oscar Piastri has won.
Listen, I'm one of these people. I know, yes, does Lando get glazed a lot on social media by his fans? Absolutely. There are some times where Lando is 100% in the wrong and all of his fans are like, ah! Calm down. I know Lando gets glazed a lot in the media, but the persistent amount of hate is wild. Mental.
Yeah.
Like, let's calm down. Like, is Oscar talented? Absolutely. But see these comparisons where it's like, took Lando 6 years to get his first win. Oscar did it in 10. Shut up.
Ride the tractor.
Put Oscar in the 2019 car and see if he'll still win.
Exactly.
Thank you.
They also as well that comparison actually, because if you look at Lando's 2021 season, it was actually insane. He was like third at the championship at this point.
Yeah.
Bro was in a McLaren fighting against the Mercedes and the Ferraris. Actually, no, Ferrari, not that year. The Red Bulls, and he was still like third at one point.
Yeah. I have a couple of things that I want to just fly through because we are running out of time because we're doing shorter episodes now. We had this week and also last week, because these are just combined notes. We have Alpine released a statement about the online hate from Franco fans towards Yuki. Insanity. Stop being racist, guys. It's not cool.
That was a madness.
F1X Disney.
Yeah.
I wonder will Brooke get discounted F1 merch?
Maybe. But I also can't believe that got community guideline violated for posting about it.
Yeah, that was wild.
I wanted to do a hot lap with Mickey Mouse and I got community guidelines.
Yeah, I dare you.
I'm so excited. I couldn't have come here at a better time that's coming out next year.
Crazy. We have the F1 drivers watch the new F1 movie. Esty Bestie spoiled it. Everyone else definitely hated it, but couldn't say. I mean, it was Carlos saying that it was a good movie, but not if you're an F1 fan.
So they hated it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to have some nice cinematography. Like, I think it's going to be a pre-film, but I feel like the plot is going to be so bad.
Yeah.
Bro, if they make the female race engineer fall in love with him, I'm going to lose my...
Can we also just have a moment just to realize the fact that they've all sat in the cinema together, friends, girlfriends, team principals, CEOs, FIA presidents, whatever, while there's just that sex scene going on. And I'm telling you, Lando was sat next to Oscar, and he's definitely sat next to Oscar the whole time, hitting him, trying to laugh, and Oscar's definitely going, Lando, shut up.
Stop.
I'm telling you, run. But
There's covering in his eyes.
It was Lando being sat between Lewis, so he can't say anything bad about the film, and Oscar, who we just want to gossip the whole time with.
Yeah.
Bro's cooked from the start.
We also had Charles releasing ridiculously expensive merch.
Yeah.
£1,000 for a hoodie.
That's insane.
Charles Leclerc's Ferraris, those Monaco prices.
Charles, please.
Crazy. And then another thing I noticed this week that I thought was just a bit odd was that they've taken away, and I only noticed it this week, but I looked back and they've taken it away from the start of the season. The drivers standing forward during the national anthem for their home Grand Prix.
Yeah.
So they always have the drivers stand in like a semicircle type shape or like two V's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the drivers for their home Grand Prix stand in the middle in front of everyone.
Mhm.
And I noticed it because Charles wasn't doing it, and Charles is normally like by himself. And then I looked back and I noticed that they didn't do it in Australia with Oscar and Jack.
That's weird.
So I just took that away because I quite liked it. It was like a little special.
I blame the Brits. You know, there's too many of them.
That's it. In the grid.
Put all of them at the front. There's no one left to stand there.
That actually could be it.
I knew
Honestly?
it.
Yes.
I knew it.
That about sums it up for the Monaco Grand Prix. Not a lot happened. We had Gabby in a wall. We had Fernando's engine went. We had Pierre running into Yuki and losing his tire and doing the Disney knees back to the pit lane. And George's penalty, and that was about it. But Lando on top, Monaco baby.
Let's go.
Let's do it again next week in Barcelona, please. Okay, now we need to quick fire our podium predictions for next week because we didn't do podium predictions for this week.
I'm so fuming because mine would have actually been correct. I'm actually fuming.
So we need to do our podium predictions, and then we need to do our meme of the week. So I'm letting the wheel decide, unless it gives me a really bad answer, then I'm not letting the wheel decide. So third place is going to be Max.
Okay.
Second place is going to be Charles.
Okay.
And first place, it said Liam Lawson, so we're going to spin again.
Okay.
First place, that's Charles again.
Charles double podium. Insane.
That's Lance Stroll. That's not happening. Okay, Lando.
Okay. Lando Charles Max. Like it.
Okay, that's what we're going with. Brooke, do you want the wheel?
Yeah, let's do the wheel.
Okay, Brooke wants the wheel. The wheel of death. Brooke, you have been given in third place Carlos.
Okay.
You have to keep or respin.
Okay. Keep.
Oh,
second George.
Let's respin George.
Okay.
Oh, Georgie.
It's just highlighted Max for some reason.
Oh, I think Max P2 then.
Second Lando.
Okay. We'll keep it. And
first George.
You know what? Let's do that. Why not?
Okay, Carlos, Lando, George.
Rapid fire. Ready? I'm a rapid fire.
Oh, she doesn't want the
P3. No.
Gasp.
No, because I won. Lando, Oscar, Max. The end. That was rapid. That was fast.
To be fair, if I were to do mine genuinely, mine would be Lando, Oscar, Charles.
But now, Ferrari used all their luck. Do you remember it was Monaco? They only have they sacrifice every other race for Monaco and Monza.
Well, then I'm gonna swap out Charles for Oscar, so I'll go Lando, Oscar, Max.
Oh, you copied me now. What the hell?
Bro, the wheel chose mine. I'm allowed one switch. Shall we do our memes of the week?
We shall.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
I need to find mine. I got it. I'll go first if you want it.
Go on, Beth.
Mine is a very good representation of George Russell this weekend. Smile through the pain.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Brooke?
This is what Pato has just posted on his Instagram. It's a secret. It says, I did my best.
Love.
He's P2 now. No, he's P3 now.
Upgrades, people, upgrades. Mine is all the chronically online Lando fans whenever Sky Sports called Maggie his girlfriend. Because Sky Sports said hard launch.
Yeah, they really said hard launch this weekend.
They really said hard launch. It was the moment of Ted. No, it wasn't Ted. Was it Ted? Yeah, it was.
On his notebook.
Like paused for ages. Well, it was like he was debating whether he should say girlfriend or not. He was like, "Oh, that's Maggie, Lando's
Ding.
girlfriend. Man's questioned it. But anyway, guys, let us know what you thought of the shorter podcast episode. I felt stressed, can't lie. Felt like we had to throw so much in so quick, but also chaotically beautiful. Beautifully chaotic.
Beautifully chaotic.
So let us know what you guys thought of the shorter podcast episode. And we will see you guys next week for our wrap up on
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Cue that outro.
We don't play. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hold up.